Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Julian Grace. Let's get right to it. There are several large brush fires burning across North Carolina from the coast to the mountains and here in the Triangle as well. That is where we called a red flag warning. We're calling it a red flag warning, that is. Dry ground and windy weather mean fires could spread easily. WRAL's Willie Danley joins us live from Durham County, where crews responded to a fire started by downed power lines this afternoon. Willie, crews were able to get that fire and put it out.
Yes, they were, Julian. Right behind me, that's where this brush fire started. You can see that scorched ground where those flames burnt the grass. The fire is out, but unfortunately, so is the power for a lot of people living nearby. According to Duke Energy, there were 280 customers in this area with no power. That number is now down to 60. Take a look at this. As we arrived on scene, several Duke Energy crews were already on the ground assessing the damage and conducting repairs. A representative from Duke Energy tells us that this outage happened around 2:15 today. The Durham County Police Office had several of the roads blocked off in this area due to the brush fire, but now many of those roads have since reopened. I spoke to a woman who lives here in Durham County, right across from where this fire started. She spoke to me about the moment she realized what was going on.
There was a transformer behind me that exploded and started the fire, and it kept going for probably about an hour. It was a little frightening because the house is back there as well. And, it was just scary to see the flames continue up the hill.
There are now only 60 customers in this area that are still without power. According to Duke Energy, they're estimating those repairs to be made by 6:15. Keep an eye on WRAL both online and on air to stay up to date. Willie Danley, WRAL News, live in Durham County.
All right, we'll be watching. We're also watching several other fires burning across our area this evening. In western North Carolina, several roads in Polk County are under evacuation orders as a brush fire spreads rapidly. In our area, a large grass and brush fire is burning near West Harnett Middle School. You see it there. Several fire departments in the North Carolina Forest Service are responding. We're still working to learn more about what caused that large fire. On the coast in Brunswick County, firefighters are working to put out a large brush fire. This is in the area of Green Hill Road in Winnebago. Several departments are assisting in the firefight there, including the North Carolina Forest Service. You can see helicopters also being used in the firefight, using water buckets to put out the brush fire. This large brush fire was burning in Moore County off of Highway 1 outside of Pine Bluff. Firefighters used water from brush trucks and hand tools to control the fire until a plow was brought in. I want you to look at this as well. A fire on Whitman Road in Cumberland County sent thick smoke into the air near Fayetteville Motor Speedway today. The WRAL breaking news tracker arrived later to find a smaller fire still burning in a pile of wood nearby. We're still working to get additional details about that fire that you see right there.
And Julian, this map gives us a wider sense of what we're dealing with statewide. 268 fires to be exact. I want to focus on the red here. These are active fires. Seeing a cluster here in Johnston County, a 0.2 acre fire, 100% contained but still active. Another one in Johnston County, this one 2 acres, also fully contained. And a bit further south, a 5 acre fire, 90% containment. Now let's go closer to Fayetteville. We have one in Cumberland County, a 2 acre fire, 0% containment there as well. And we're moving further west now, closer to Asheville, Buncombe County, a 2 acre fire, 0% containment. And this one, the most concerning of all, over in Polk County, a 400 acre fire, 0% containment. I actually checked on this around 4 o'clock. It was at 150 acres and 0% containment. So it's growing. We'll keep a very close eye on this one and all those others close to home.
Thanks, Megan. Well, let's break it all down. Our weather is contributing to the dangerous fire conditions we're seeing right now. Again, this is a red flag warning day. Meteorologist Anthony Baglione joins us in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with a look at our risk. Anthony.
Julian, with that red flag warning essentially is the National Weather Service saying that we have increased fire danger because of gusty winds and low relative humidity. So anything that starts burning can get going very fast. And you see all of that shade there. That is outlined for the majority of North Carolina down into South Carolina, Georgia. There are many areas included right now in this red flag warning that goes until until 10 o'clock this evening. Look at the relative humidities here across the region. Basically 25% or less is where we start to get that kind of increased risk. We're at 22% in Raleigh. That was down to 19 is what I saw earlier this afternoon.